Welcome everybody. We are checking out how to escape Lost Submarine. Sorry, let me navigate out of this window here. That was the biggest pain in the butt to set up this stream ever, but I'm playing with Carly. Carly, say hi.
Hi!
We did receive this game for free, but this isn't sponsored or anything. So this is a puzzle escape room, a sequel to How to Escape, which we have played before. I just made it into this brand new room, so we've got to explore and find things. You guys should be seeing Carly's screen. Carly's playing on a phone. I'm playing on the PlayStation. I've got a codex for you, Carly. I don't know if we're ready for it or not.
Sure. What is it?
1612. So as you can see, Carly goes and types in that codex. It activates a thing on her screen that's going to give me clues from my screen.
Ah! I got a bunch of numbers that are not in order. They're on a grid, and I can light them up.
Does it say generation or anything?
It says nothing.
Does it say 11? Is there an 11?
Yeah.
A 70?
No. Am I blind?
I have something that says generation 11, generation 70, generation 90, generation 17.
I don't have 70 or 90.
Do you have 17?
Yes.
57?
No.
Okay, and then I have something that says final generation. So I guess I'm looking at...
It only goes up to 36.
Okay. So this says test results, experiment 1. 23, 20, 17.
I can't look at my phone.
10, 9, 33, 1, 32. You can just scroll up so you're only looking at the chat.
I don't know how to do that.
Create a channel to join chat. Sorry, Carly's managing the chat today, everybody. So if you're not getting a response, it's her fault.
That's rude. Way to throw me under the bus.
You're always yelling at me for responding to people in the chat.
Because I just want to play a game.
But now you're in charge of responding to people.
Yeah.
Okay. I've also got a big, computer keyboard generation 00. I don't know if I can change. Can't change to 00. I have a huge keyboard that I can type on. It's got...
I have a torpedo monitor stuff. I have... Hold on. I have something about a monitor and a keypad.
Okay.
It says, in the event of a submarine falling into enemy hands, several modules were set up to allow for remote control, but only a few secret maneuvers allowed this type of access. That's all.
Okay. Do you have a grid of some sort?
That's what the numbers were. They were on a huge grid.
The numbers were in a huge grid. So what numbers do you have?
I have a variety of numbers from 1 to 36.
Okay, tell me what they are.
19, 20,
Hold
10.
on, you gotta be slow. I've got to navigate to them. 19?
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to write them down. What? 19? What?
20.
20?
Yep. I'm going from right to left, starting the... No, I'm going from left to right, starting in the left top corner.
Do not appear to have a 20. Yep, I don't have a 20, so... Your numbers don't say anything, but they're in a grid?
They're in a grid, all out of order.
Yeah.
I can click on them and light them up. And then there's a validate button.
They're in a grid, so is their numbers missing?
Yes.
So
it's in
is your grid a 6 by
6 by 6 grid? Yes.
Okay. So tell me rows and column wise which ones I should be pressing then, because I've got a 6 by 6 grid. It's all entirely filled out with numbers, so maybe I just need to have the same orientation as you.
Maybe we see the ones that are the same.
Huh?
We see the ones that are the same.
We're not seeing the ones that are the same because I don't have a 20.
That's what I'm saying. We look at our grids.
Yeah. So tell me your grid.
'Kay.
Because my grid is entirely full.
Mine is too, full of random numbers.
Your grid is entirely full?
Oh yeah, I guess it would be 1 through 36, huh? Yes, it's entirely full.
I don't have 1 through 36. I have random numbers. I've got 42 and 44 and 53.
Well, I've
got
1
69 and 70, so.
through...
So your grid
Sorry.
is. So you've got
I have 1 through 36.
an entire 6x6 grid that's full of numbers.
Yes, but they're in random spots.
Okay, I guess we can try the ones that are the same.
Okay.
So run through left to right.
Okay, left to right,
You
like
can
you're
say these
reading.
ones quick, and I'll stop them.
19, 20, 10, 17, 21, 27,
Keep going.
23, 20, no, not 20, sorry. Sorry, let's start that row over, okay?
Okay.
23, 2, 29, 28, 9, 22, 11, 33, 1, 32, 13, 18, 31, 4, 24, 3, 14, 26, 12, 30, 5, 15, 35, 6, 16, 34, 7, 25, 8, 36.
Okay, none of those are the same. I'm going to go explore and find something else.
Okay.
Maybe there's something else that will give us a hint for what we're supposed to do here. I forgot to share this with people. I forgot to share it in our Discord and stuff. Hold on, guys. I gotta go share the stream with everybody, and you guys should go share it. If you're watching the stream, I see we've got a couple of people in. Go share it with your friends. Tell them to hop in, come check out the game, hang out with us for a little bit. Maybe, you know, we're kind of cool people sometimes, I think.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I think you're cool people all times.
Thanks, buddy.
Our son said that he thinks we are cool people all the time.
Oh, shoot. Shoot. I did a bad thing. I don't know how to work your phone. Help me. I'm scared.
What did you do?
I accidentally got out of the app somehow.
So open the app back
I
up.
don't know how.
Yeah, she
Didn't
did.
hear that.
Stupid
I'm
iPhone.
Trying to share things with people, so bring the phone to me. You're sharing with everybody everything on my screen.
I know. Good thing there's no nasty pictures.
Okay, take that to mom.
Now it's okay. Go get it. Go get it. Hurry.
Man, Carly and I both have. One of us has an Android and one of us has an iPhone, so we have no clue how to use each other's phones properly. It's the worst.
I was just trying to scroll.
Okay.
Wow.
Share this
Oh,
on
boy.
my Facebook page. Every time I share something to my Facebook page, it also posts it to my personal Facebook page. And that frustrates me, and I don't know how to stop it from happening. Because it should just be going to the one that I posted on, is what I think. But it goes to everyone. Everyone that has ever known me and ever will know me. And Instagram doesn't want to load. So that's that. All right. Back to the game. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go look for something else. I've got a red button on the wall that is hooked into the power, I think, looks like.
And I have another problem over here with the chat.
What?
I can see your screen again. It brought up an ad and
Just
then it...
pull up. Just pull up just the chat part of it. Carly doesn't know how to use her own phone either.
don't know what you mean. He doesn't know how to do it either.
Sometimes.
I just pulled that up slowly up to the top. Okay, so this tells us like what things I could get hints on. So we've got the diagnostic computer, which is probably what we were just looking at, though the molecular simulator also kind of looks like that might have been what we were just messing with. And then we've got the torpedo monitor. I've got another button that's hooked into power in the wall. Got some, those are little hint cards for anybody seeing me pick that up. So I've got a codex for another machine. This one has a login.
Okay, what is it?
We might need more information for this too.
I don't know. Let's try it. See how it goes.
0212. Got a picture of a submarine that's headed to crash into something.
It says log in. Oh, I logged in.
You did?
And it says something is happening in 1 minute and 54 seconds. This is not a good... Ah!
Mine says, what is the user's rank? Mechanical engineer, captain. That's what mine says when I log in.
Mechanical engineer. His name is C. Lulubert.
Okay. Unzip the procedure 42 zip file. How many files were downloaded? 1, 2, or 3?
Hold on, it's still working. 2.
Move the depths.mp3 audio file to the audio folder. How many ships are detected on the sonar? 5, 6, or 2?
6.
Deactivate communications, then the internal network. Which?
Hold on. I don't know which one's communications. That one and that one. Okay.
Did you then do the internal network?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
Which is the widget located next to the sonar? Submarine resource analysis, undersea data analysis.
Submarine resource analysis.
Set water and electricity levels to 40% and send. New notification received. Firewall messages.
Updating system. The computer security may be corrupted. We recommend running an analysis.
An analysis? Do you still have a timer?
Yes. It's got 30 seconds on it.
Should I open the messages or the firewall?
I'm going to say start.
Huh? I clicked messages and it gave me a system error.
Oh, yeah. You're supposed to be doing the firewall.
Well, nobody told me what I was supposed to do. I said firewall.
Okay, you got
messages.
anything else?
No, I have to start entirely over.
Okay,
again.
sorry.
I don't know if it's the same answers every time.
I'm sorry. Let's try again. I didn't realize that you needed an answer.
Yeah, I said messages or firewall. It is all the same answers though, so I made it all the way back to the same spot.
Okay.
But I don't know if you can do that or not.
Procedure. 2 taps there. Dot. 2. Okay, so firewall.
Okay, I
Start.
said firewall. It says run analysis, virus detected or no threats.
Virus detected.
Change user. Do we want to go to Muner or Maketh?
Mykoff.
How many torpedoes are loaded? 1, 2, or 3?
1.
Load 2 more torpedoes and send.
I thought we were trying to stop the torpedoes.
I thought we were too.
Okay.
I don't know.
Now what?
Mine just says done. Oh. Unzip the confidential zip file.
Okay. Doing that. Hold on. Okay.
Did the sorry.txt
Yes.
file appear?
Yes.
Move the file to the trash.
5613BA.
Connection reestablished. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to exit and type that in here. You said, what's that code?
5613BA.
Nice. I think that's entirely completed. I can't
Cool.
interact with that anymore. There's a button above it. Yeah, I still have one of those electrical buttons in the wall. It actually turns on. There's a little light that it turns on or off depending on what I click on it. These also have symbols. Are they all the same symbol? They are not the same symbol.
Yeah, I got something about some weird symbols.
On buttons?
And I don't know. It says steps to launch symbol that looks like a 9, but very squarish, and got a really long tail coming off of it.
Like I might have one of those. I have a 6Y. I have a C with a little square growth on the bottom of it.
No.
I have a backwards 7P. And I have a 9 with a line coming out of the top of it, going to the side and going down, and a line above it. So those are all the ones I've found so far. If there's another one, I don't know. Here is another machine. There's probably a codex for you here. Here's a hint. Oh man, there's a torpedo right here. There's 3 torpedoes right here. Oh my gosh.
Move them.
Picking up hint cards. What is this? This is to close the torpedo hatches, I think. I've got a little pad with like pictures of torpedo hatches, and they have symbols on them that look like a lever or a key, and then a T but sideways. I don't know if you have anything like that.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Mine has a circle, and then there's 2 lines above it, and it says to unlock.
Here's your weird symbols, I think.
Wait, go back to the other thing.
The information you gave me there didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Okay,
Mine is
well-
not something I can interact with, it's just something I can look at.
You can't do anything? You can't move things any?
No, I can't.
directions?
It's just like a picture.
Okay, well,
So I can't interact with that.
okay.
Can't interact with that. There's another hint card. Another hint card. Man, they are very frequent with the hint cards in this game. They were much harder to find than the other one. Okay, well,
I've got torpedo launch PC password.
that would probably be helpful. It seems like I could interact with this thing, but I can't. But this is one of the letters that I have. I have this 6Y thing. So I've got a computer here. It looks like a computer launch password. Can you enter the password?
No.
You don't have the password.
I have.
Have the password.
No, I don't have the password. I have.
You have what?
Oh, yeah, I do have the password.
Like, I've got a laptop here.
I
it
have
looks
3
like,
different passwords. 4
But
different passwords.
I can't
I
actually
can count.
interact with this laptop thing at all. It's got a 5-digit code thing. Looks like it would be a 5-digit code thing anyway. There's a
Mine has
picture of a
3
guy
digits
with a
each.
mustache. And there's a bunch of weird symbols with it. But like, I cannot interact with this in any way. Oh, there's something. Hey buddy, you gotta move. You're in my way. Okay, I think I gotta find a screwdriver.
I cannot help with that.
I'm just saying, this laptop, I'm now noticing there's buttons underneath it, but I can't push them. I mean, I can push them, but I can't tell what they are because there's something screwed over the top of them. So I think I gotta find a screwdriver somewhere to unscrew that laptop thing, which I have not found. I might have had a screwdriver earlier. Okay. Well, I guess the only thing that I have left to me that I can interact with right now is that first thing.
Okay.
Or the buttons on the wall. Which the buttons on the wall are related to this laptop somehow. Because it's got the same symbol on it.
What is the symbol?
It's a 6 and a Y connected.
A 6 and a Y connected.
Yeah, there's other symbols on here too, but Yeah, my one that I was describing to you that was like a 9. It's like
So it's like a 6 with antennas coming off of it?
No. It's like a Y and a 6, but the top part of the 6 is part of the Y.
That's what I said.
No, it's not.
So it's a 6, but the top part forks.
No. There's a Y, and there's a 6 next to it. And the top part connects. So it's a 6 and then a Y, and then the top part of the 6 is also part of the Y.
Wait, a 6 and then a Y, or a Y and then a 6?
6 and then a Y. Yeah, I've got these buttons on the wall. I assume that thing's telling me what order to press them in, but I don't have that symbol on them. This doesn't make any sense to me. I have that symbol. What did this other one have? This other one looked like a 7 and a P. Okay, well, let's go back to the first machine, I guess.
Okay.
I didn't gain any new information, so... The first machine is 1612. I don't know if you needed that again.
I got it. What numbers do you have?
I have lots of numbers.
Tell me your numbers.
Why? I have a whole keypad of 6x6 numbers.
Well, maybe I can click on the ones that we have that are the same.
You read me all of yours.
Not in the same place, but the same numbers.
Okay. I also have this test results page that has got to be some clue. That has 11, 70. So maybe it's these numbers. You said you didn't have a 70 or a 90?
No.
I have a 70. Do I have a 90?
Test results are what?
These are test results.
Okay.
And they say generation on them. So I have a generation 11, a generation 70, a generation 90, and then I have some generations that have green lights next to them, and my keyboard has green lights next to it. So I need to get 3 green lights, which is the final generation. Generation 57 had 2 green lights, and generation 17 had 1 green light.
What about now?
What do you mean, what about now?
I don't know. I clicked on 11, so I thought maybe.
You clicked on 11? Yours isn't connected to mine.
I don't know.
Something that you do won't do anything to my game. You have to give me information to put in my game.
Whoa.
What?
I clicked on one and I said validate and it flashed red and now all my numbers are gone and I have a weird box instead and it says generations 0.
So you need to figure out how to get to the final
Okay.
generation.
This is generation 11 that I'm looking at.
So does it tell you like the code that was entered to be generation 11?
Hold on. Let's see if I can do generation 70. Why?
How would you do generation 70?
It shows me the same thing.
So do you have a code that was entered to create generation 11 or something? Is there numbers associated with it?
It's just that number grid that I'm looking at.
It's got numbers.
Yes.
Generation 11 has numbers.
Yes.
Numbers that I can enter on my computer
No,
to create
it's a
generation
grid.
11.
A 6x6 grid, 1 through 36 in different places.
It's the same grid you had before.
Yes.
But how is that different from what you were looking at before?
It's not.
I'm
I
so
said-
confused.
I
What is
said-
different?
I said validate and it brought me back out of this thing and then it lets me select the generation number and if I say draw then it pulls up my thing with the numbers again.
So the generation 11 thing, it doesn't give you any information for how to enter it?
No!
Don't get mad at me.
Well,
Does it have a picture?
No.
Because mine, when I click the buttons on my keyboard, they put a little red light on a big grid that I have in front of me on the computer.
How about you tell me what numbers you have,
And then
we'll try that.
And then I also have a button it's like a press play button with a line on it. And I have a square. And then I have a redo button. Okay, you ready for my numbers?
Yeah.
You're just gonna look for each. There's no way that's what it's supposed to be.
It might be.
Okay, I have a 42.
Do you have any other... Okay, if it's under 36, give it to me. If it's above 36, don't give it to me.
Okay, 6.
Hold
You
on.
just said you had 1 through 36.
Yeah,
So you're gonna have every single number I have that's under 36.
exactly.
24.
Okay,
22.
okay,
3.
okay,
12.
okay,
14.
okay,
2.
okay,
11.
okay. Make sure you don't
19.
touch that.
19.
Okay,
27.
okay,
16.
okay,
8.
okay,
21. 7.
okay,
28.
okay,
17.
okay,
31.
okay.
I also have 36. I don't know if I told you that or actually.
You did not.
So I have
That it?
36. That is all my numbers. Did it give you something? You're just being silent over there.
Yeah, I push validate, it flashed red, and then it pulls me back into this bigger grid. What the heck?
Bigger grid with what?
Um,
Glass.
White squares, but now it's...
Well, the white squares could be with my keyboard,
Okay,
love.
hold on, now it's showing me different numbers or different pictures when I scroll through, where before it was not.
Wait, and some of those white squares have numbers. Whoa. What the?
You gonna talk to me?
Okay, hold on.
Okay. Okay, what?
Nope, I don't know. I have no idea. I
You
don't
said you've
understand
got
this.
white squares on your big grid.
Yeah, if I push buttons on it, then when it zooms out, it shows me different stuff.
Different stuff is in what? What does it show you?
What the heck?
That just looks like a big
Okay, go
square.
enter a hint code.
Okay.
WF4FC.
The simulator is located in a small recessed area. This machine is used to reproduce experiments. To do this, players have to press the buttons with numbers on them and start a generation. The poster shows the number sequence for the first experiment, and the application player has to press those numbers. So you have to have a poster somewhere, I guess. For the generations, the right-hand column provides instructions for the player in the submarine, while the left-hand column is for the player using the application.
What? Read that again.
The simulator is located in a small recessed
Yeah.
area. This machine is used to reproduce experiments. To do this, players have to press the buttons with the numbers on them and start a generation. The poster shows the number sequence for the first experiment, and the application player has to press those numbers. For the
Okay,
generator.
hold on. It doesn't do that. Experiment 1. I read this to you earlier. Okay, go open up your app.
Okay.
You're in that codex.
Yes.
Enter 2320.
Hold on. 20. Okay.
17,
Okay.
10, 9, 33,
Okay.
1, 32.
Okay.
What do you got?
Okay, it likes that. They're blue now, not white. So now I can look at the generations. I can look at 11. It shows me a very strange picture. Oh, but I have some numbers for you. Let's try them. I have 87. Are you ready for more
Okay.
numbers? 11.
Okay.
81. 14.
Okay.
51.
Buddy, you gotta stay out of the way. You gotta stay out from in front of the TV. 51.
Yeah.
Okay.
36.
Okay.
16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
44.
44.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
69.
Sorry, I wasn't even laughing at that. I was laughing at the picture it drew on my screen. But they are related.
Okay, are you ready, child?
69.
Yes.
Okay.
2.
2. Okay.
That's it.
Okay, they blinked green and yellow. I mean, yeah. Green and yellow. No, they blinked green and blue. And they drew a yellow thing on the board. Whoa. Okay, so I can go through. I can keep pressing this button and it brings up different pictures. Drawn on the grid in yellow colors. Okay, so there's numbers in these pictures. They're really small.
Yeah.
How do I know which one is the first picture? I swear it hasn't repeated any yet. There's so many.
Yeah, mine goes up very far. I think it goes up to like over 80. It's got to go up to at least 90.
Well, no, so like I've got a whole bunch of pictures that I'm scrolling through
Yeah?
on this board. And it's got numbers hidden in it.
Yeah, I have the same thing.
Is that what you just read to me?
Yeah.
So you were scrolling through pictures and reading me numbers from it.
I was looking at one picture, picture number 11.
You were just looking at one picture.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. Okay. Generation 50.
Use O level.
So how do I know which one's the final generation? Generation 83, 86.
Well, you have generation 90, so...
I have generation 90?
You told me that generation 90 was one of the numbers it gave you.
No, I didn't. Oh, yes, I did. Generation 90. So generation 90 is incorrect. How do I go back to the beginning? Does this cycle through? Is it going to stop?
No, mine doesn't.
Nope. 113, 114. Okay. So I can get up to generation 57, which had 2 green lights correct in it. And that should help us get to the final generation.
A lot of them are the same.
They probably just got little variations.
They don't have any variation.
57. Okay, that's odd. It doesn't have any numbers in this picture. So that was generation 11 we just made. This is too complex for me. I don't. This one. Does yours draw pictures when you type in the buttons? Does it like put lights up on a board or something?
Yeah, I have lights up on a board.
When you type in a button, is it putting a light up on a board?
No, I have to go back to a different screen that's draw to type in buttons.
Mom.
To see these pictures, I am looking at something totally different.
Well, like, I'm looking at generation 57 now, and it doesn't have any numbers in it.
Try generation 15,
Why 15?
because that's where it stops changing.
Mine are all different.
Everything after 15 for me is the same.
Fifteen has 2, 4, and 32.
I got 34,
And
2,
11.
and 2.
2, 4, 32, and 11 are the numbers I have. You want me to enter those?
I don't know, maybe. I don't know what to do.
Like, I just reset my entire board. I'm going to read another hint, because I don't understand.
Okay.
C4FW1.
When you get to the right generation, you will see numbers highlighted in some of the colored squares. Give these numbers to the other players so they can press the corresponding buttons. I already did that.
I think it's just saying every time. But how do I know? I don't... This is too effing complicated. I don't understand. I'm doing the last hint. It may not be helpful to us. It might be past where we are. It's FF31W.
To solve the puzzle, the player in the room has to communicate the numbers noted at the top of the poster to their partner. The partner then presses the corresponding buttons. Next, proceed to the generation indicated at the left of the poster. What's at the left of the poster?
11, 70, and 90 are all on the left of the poster.
At that step, numbers will be highlighted in certain squares. The application player must then tell those numbers to their partner, who must then press the corresponding buttons. Then they proceed to the generation indicated at the right of the poster, and so on.
So I have to give you generation 17, and then you have to give me 70, and then I have to give you 57, and then you have to give me 90.
That's okay.
So we have to go back and forth.
Okay. Okay, so do you still have the stuff from 11?
Yep. I remembered it. So I have to go give you 17.
Okay.
Okay. 20,
Hold on. Okay.
29,
Okay.
4,
Okay.
32,
Okay.
9,
Okay.
33,
Okay.
11,
Okay.
28.
Okay. Okay, now mine are yellow.
Like, you should be able to read me numbers now, right?
So now, yeah, if
Yeah,
I go to
generation.
70.
70, yep.
Yours looks well.
Give me like 10 minutes to get there.
I don't understand how I was supposed to figure this out.
Okay, you ready?
Looks
No, I have to reset my board. Okay.
51.
51. Okay.
36.
Okay.
44.
Okay.
19.
Okay.
3.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
81.
Okay.
That's it.
No, it's 20.
Okay.
No, this is
So now I need to give you 57. Just clicking through, trying to find 57. Hopefully I don't speed past it and have to redo it.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, everyone.
Okay, 57.
Hold on, I can't breathe.
Carly's dying over there, everybody. It's okay. She'll be all right.
Yeah. I don't need
If you've been watching and you understood what we were supposed to do without those hints, congratulations to you. 'Cause I
Right.
had no clue.
Okay, I'm ready.
3.
Don't have that. Okay.
26.
She's seen the murder in this man's eyes.
7.
7,
Okay.
5.
5,
Okay.
1.
1,
Okay.
30.
4,
Okay.
14.
14,
Okay.
35.
Okay.
5,
4.
4.
Okay.
That's it.
Now I gotta go to 90.
Yep.
Oh,
You gotta go
jeez.
find 90, and then that should be the final generation.
Hold on. Hold on, everybody.
You got greens now. Mom.
Okay. Are we ready? Oh, hold on. I lost the chat. Not that anybody's saying anything.
Yeah, I'm ready.
2.
2. Well, we had a whole bunch of people hop in, ready to watch the stream when it was supposed to start, and then we started half an hour after that.
Yeah. 56.
56. Okay.
12.
Oh,
I'm starving.
12.
11.
11.
81.
It's you in the same picture again. 81.
3.
3.
27.
27.
40.
40.
14.
Hold on. 40.
You said 40. Why would I hold on?
14. Okay.
19.
Okay.
That's it.
Connection established. Re-established, actually. Okay, so I have completed that step. There's still one more step. Has to do with sending the torpedoes or not sending the torpedoes.
Hold on.
I've still got this laptop with a thing screwed over the keyboard.
Steps to launch a...
A what?
That's my noise for the symbol.
A tuk.
Yeah.
What is the symbol?
It is the one that looks like a squarish 9.
How does that, like, what do you mean a squarish 9? Like on one of those digital clocks that...
Kind of, but you know how the digital clocks have one at the bottom? It doesn't have one at the bottom, and the one the one in the middle goes really long.
It's longer than the others?
Well, it's like the same size as the one that goes down.
I'm confused.
Think about like one of those ribbons that they used to do for like cancer awareness and
I
like,
don't
you
know
know,
what you're talking about.
you don't remember the ribbons that like
No.
everybody had on their minivan?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, okay, well. No? Really?
Can you describe the 9 to me better?
Okay. It's a box, okay? It's a square. And it's got a line coming down and a line going to the right.
So it's not a 9.
It looks like a 9.
It's a 9 with a line
I'm
coming
gonna draw
out.
it for you.
No, that's not how this works. So it's It's a 9 with a line coming out of the right of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a 9. It's a 9 with a line coming out of it.
That's what I said.
No, you said it's a squarish 9.
It is a squarish 9.
Okay. Okay, well, anyway, I still don't know what I'm supposed to do here.
Well, I
Because
have...
there's nothing I can
I
interact
have
with.
steps.
Okay, what are
Activate request downward arrow with a line under it.
you... Yeah, that's not going to work for me.
Well, do it anyway.
I can't interact with anything.
I'm going to starve to death before you figure this out.
There's nothing... I see your squarish 9.
Okay.
It looks like a ribbon that people put on the back of their vans.
Oh my, I swear I'm going to cut you.
Oh, okay.
You're the worst.
Okay. That symbol's on the nukes, on the torpedoes. Okay. So what I've got a little digital looking board that tells me one nuke hatch is shut and the other 3 are open, and it gives me little symbols.
Oh no. Oh no. It's okay, everyone.
What'd you do?
Nothing. If you hold it and swipe like you would to scroll, it takes away my freaking app. That's stupid features. That's a stupid feature. Stupid
I
Apple.
never have a problem. Okay. So yeah, I've got this thing. It says one of the torpedo hatches is shut. 3 of them are open, and it's got a couple little symbols. They're all the same symbol, but just in different orientations next to it.
I have an unlock thing
An unlock thing.
that has a symbol that looks like a those things that kids use to burn ants.
A magnifying
A
glass.
magnifying glass.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yes, I have a magnifying glass, and I have a T,
And a T, yes.
but it's like sideways.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've established we both have the same picture.
Okay, but mine says to unlock. It's got these different orientations, and then it's got arrows next to them in different 4 arrows next to each one in different ways.
Okay, but like I can't.
Go find something you can interact with. How
There's
about?
nothing I can interact with except for the buttons on the walls.
Okay. What do the buttons look like? What do they do?
They turn little lights on them on and off. Ooh, this one has do they?
I'm sure they're purely decorative.
Well, obviously they're not, but I've tried to interact with them multiple times. Okay. I have that symbol is on this one. So maybe if I push them in order. That one's off. That one's off. You don't have these symbols that I've described to you as the problem.
What are the symbols? Describe them again.
I told you there was one that looked like a 6 and a Y that were connected. There's one that's like a rectangle with the bottom missing and a square in the top right corner of it, and then it's got a line above it. There's another one that is like a C with a square attached to the bottom right-hand side of it. And there's one that looks like a backwards 7 with a P next to it on the right-hand side.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've told you. I described those things to you several times. So I've got all of these symbols on my laptop as well. I
Okay.
swear there was a different one here.
Oh my goodness.
So I've got the C first.
Wait, a C with a circle under it?
It's got
Or a little tiny square?
or a circle
It's like a it's like a
connected to the bottom right-hand side.
Yeah,
of
I got that symbol. I got that symbol.
it. You told me you didn't.
I clearly was not listening.
Oh my gosh.
And then you got a table with a line over it and a little nook in the corner.
Yes. Oh my good heavens. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, she said to me.
And then you've got one that, well, I don't know how to describe this guy. It looks like a hill with a line above it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is that guy?
That
I'm looking for
is
that guy.
step 1. Activate requested down arrow.
I got it. Activate requested down arrow.
That's step 1. Are you ready for step 2?
No, I just solved this puzzle on my own without your help. It might have been something I was supposed to do myself. Okay. Activate down arrow. Activate.
Yeah, it's like a down arrow with a line under it. It's a down facing triangle with a line under it.
How about you read me the other thing? The opening, shutting directions.
Okay, for which one?
What do you mean for which one?
I have magnifying glass upright with a sideways T with the top to the right.
Okay, I need the magnifying glass where the glass part is up top and
Okay.
the handle is pointing down.
Okay.
And the T has its head on the right hand side.
Okay. Left.
Left.
Down. Left. Right.
What?
Left.
That doesn't make any sense. That's what it says. It says left.
It has arrows. Left arrow, down arrow, left arrow, right arrow.
Well, I don't have those, so that's not helpful.
Well, maybe go back to the other thing.
Nothing you're saying is connecting to what I've got going on. Okay, so that left thing, that's this machine I'm looking at right now, and I still can't interact with it. So I opened up the computer. The computer has a magnifying glass, an upside down magnifying glass. These are keys on the keyboard that I can press. It's got a T with the head to the left, a T with the head to the right. It's got a computer screen with a little circle above it in the top left corner. Is any of this sounding familiar to something you have?
Everything except for the last thing you said.
Okay, well, I've got more stuff.
Oh, wait, hold on. Do you have a strange button?
I have lots of strange buttons.
Okay, do you have a button with a little button underneath it and 2 window type screens above it?
A button?
Yes, it looks like a button. I don't know.
With a little button underneath it?
It looks like a little button.
Okay, hold on. What?
It looks like a button with a little button underneath it, and then it's got 2 squares above it that I'm assuming are screens because one of them has the upside down triangle with the line in it.
No, that is a
Hey.
little light. That is a little light.
What tells you that that's a light? It's a little light underneath it?
Yeah.
Okay, cheater. It's not a little button underneath it. McKay says it's a light. He knows what I'm talking about, so.
I don't know what he's talking about. So I've got a little book here.
Nice.
I can turn one page. So I've got the executive officer with his face scratched out. It doesn't show me a picture of him. And then a weird symbol underneath it that is really hard to describe. It's like a backwards Z. No, is that a forward Z? I need a pen. How do I draw a Z? Z.
Homeschool.
Yeah, it's a backwards Z. I had it right. And it's got like a little piece going upwards at the top of it, like at the end of the Z at the top.
Okay.
And then it's got a line connecting the back parts of it together. So it like goes down.
So a triangle?
Yeah, so it makes a triangle. And then under that there's a rectangle. And then I've got a picture of a man with a mustache and a big old honker. And he has the same symbols, but the rectangle is above the Z thing. And then I turn the page and I've got the mechanical engineer and I've got a picture of him.
I have their passwords.
Ooh, that might be helpful. Hold up. Okay. So this says I need the swirly. I've got like a snail-like symbol.
Okay, got it.
You have a snail-like symbol?
Yeah, it looks like a snail shell, but it's all square.
Yeah. And then I've got that symbol that I described to you with the Z.
Okay.
It's underneath a rectangle.
I don't have anything like that.
Okay, so that just tells me it's the man with the mustache. So I've got snaily symbol and then symbol that corresponds with the man with the mustache.
Okay.
You have a password related to that?
I have a password related to the snail guy.
Okay.
He is the mechanical engineer.
Okay. Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Mechanical engineer is the next page. Okay, well, give me his password. Let's see.
Do you have symbols that you can enter, or do you have numbers?
I have symbols.
Okay. So it's 3 horizontal lines,
Okay.
and then it basically looks like an 8 on a digital clock.
8 on a digital clock?
Yeah.
What, like
So
the
it's like
next?
a rectangle cut in half.
What? A rectangle cut in half.
Yeah, I got. So the first part is 3 horizontal lines stacked on top of each other. The next part is basically the same thing, except it's got walls on the outside. So it's like an 8 on a digital clock.
Okay, I don't have that symbol. I have 1 horizontal line, 2 horizontal lines, and 3 horizontal lines. And then I have 3 horizontal lines with a line on the left side of it, but it's open on the right. So it looks like a E.
An E.
Yeah.
You don't have one that's got a vertical line on both sides?
Nope.
Well, that sucks. That's his password.
Okay. Do you have that Z-like symbol that I was
No.
describing to you?
No, I do not.
Do you have somebody else's password?
Yeah. I got the captain's password. Oh, you know what? I have one that just says, it's got some weird symbol and then it says password. I don't know whose password
What does the
it
weird
is.
symbol look like?
It looks like a P that's laying down with a laying down 8 next to it, on top of it.
Yeah, I don't have that. Oh, hold on. A P? Like strong P, or does it look like a D almost? But
Almost
it has
a
like
D.
little bit of a nub.
A little bit of a no.
So that's the mechanical engineer's symbol, except his 8 is underneath that D.
Well, that's not. I don't know what you want.
I'm so confused.
Let's just try these passwords.
This level is so much harder than all the levels we played before.
Let's try these passwords and see what happens.
But I don't have the symbols that you're reading to me.
Okay, you don't need those symbols. That's not
What
his
is
password.
what is the snail thing that you have? You were reading me the
It says
password
that it's
for
the
the snail.
mechanical engineer.
You were reading me the password for that.
Yeah, let's try a different password since that one's not working.
Well, the mechanical engineer is not. That's not it.
Okay, try the captain's one then. How about we try captain's password?
Okay.
2 horizontal lines.
Okay.
E. 1
Okay.
horizontal line.
Okay.
That's it.
That worked for some reason. Couldn't tell you why that worked. Does my book open up more now? Nope, that's still as far as my book goes.
Okay, do you need another password? Let's try this other guy's password.
I got a whole big list of symbols now. So mine says this symbol that I've got, which is a backwards L, with a backwards L inside of it. Like, you know, if you drew two L's, one was smaller than the other.
And there's a little circle.
And there's a little circle. And then it says question mark. And then it's got like a
That means bullet in the gun.
Okay. And then it's got a question mark. The bullet in the gun is the first symbol or the question mark?
I don't know.
What are you saying? What means bullet in the gun?
I don't know. I have that symbol that you just described, and it shows me a picture of a gun with a bullet that's going inside of it.
Okay. And then I've got a question mark after that.
Okay.
And then I've got a W, but it's got like a triangle on the bottom of it. It's like a very squarish W. It's a triangle with 3 lines coming out of the top of it. So the triangle points down, and then there's 3 lines out of the top of it, like a trident.
The hell are you? Sorry, what are you describing?
I've got a triangle with the point down.
Okay.
And it's got 3 lines coming out of the flat top part, like a trident.
3 vertical lines?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the next symbol I have, and I don't have that button on my keyboard. I had the first button on my keyboard. I don't have that one on my keyboard.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Okay, okay. I call that the upside down garage.
Okay.
I'm assuming that means activate. Because the right side garage
That's my
is
job.
deactivate. But the other one is scribbled out, so I can't see what it says.
Well, I don't have that button on my keyboard. So, do you have a symbol that corresponds to that I could type in?
No? What do you mean?
This is telling me it's giving me a code. It's giving me a code. And I don't have all of these symbols. I have some of these symbols on my keyboard. I don't have all of them.
All I can see is that symbol, the opposite symbol, so it's flipped, and that one says deactivate. And the one that you gave me is
The opposite
scribbled out.
symbol, so it's flipped. What do you mean? Flipped how?
So it looks like a 2-man garage.
Okay.
2-car garage.
Anyway, I've got that symbol, and then I've got a triangle with the tip pointing down and a line underneath it.
Yes, that. I've been asking you about that for years.
Okay, does it help you somehow?
It says step 1, activate requested that symbol. And then it gives me a bunch of symbols. It gives me the C with the square underneath it, the table with the line on top of it, and then the hill with the line over it.
I can't interact with those buttons anymore, so... I don't understand what that's talking about.
And then step 2 says enter the crew member's snail.
I do not understand. Anyway, I've got that symbol, and then I've got the first one again. So I have 2 of the symbols in this 3-symbol thing. Like, I feel like there should be some kind of cipher, some kind of thing that tells us what all of these symbols mean. This game was way more fun when we played the other levels that were not so hard. I just don't understand.
I don't...
Okay, I'm getting a hint. You got a hint? Enter a hint code. Hint 1 is probably useless to us. It's probably related to the buttons.
Okay.
It's JFWC4.
Holy crap, there's 5 hints possible with this one.
Yep.
The puzzle is based on translating an invented language. To solve it, you will have to decode the text and questions shown on the screen so that you can then answer them. Elements in the room and in the application player's manual will help you with this one. The first part of the sentence shown on the screen translates to press button, and the second indicates which button to press. The buttons mentioned are the ones on the walls of the room. To complete the first step, the player in the submarine has to press the buttons with the same symbol as the ones on the screen.
So how am I supposed to understand the language? It's saying I'm supposed to look around the room?
I have some stuff and you have some stuff, and we're supposed to figure it. I don't know.
But I don't have stuff that I'm seeing that would help me understand.
I think that this 9 means torpedo.
That is correct.
Got it. Activate requested. I don't know what the down arrow means. Enter the crew members.
Okay, hold on. Activate requested. You keep saying that. I don't understand. It's with that symbol?
Yes. Activate requested symbol.
Maybe that symbol just means activate requested.
I don't think so.
Okay. I don't. Activate requested symbol. That's a step?
Stop.
It's a step in what you're supposed to do?
Yes, that's step 1.
I want the next bit. I'm getting angry.
That's step 1 to activate or to launch a torpedo.
Okay, the next hint is W1CFJ.
For the second step, a new text has appeared on the screen. Has a new text appeared on the screen?
That would be the one with the password that we already solved.
By combining the information from the application player's manual with the information from the notebook to the right of the computer, we can translate the phrase as password captain. That password is written in the manual. To find out how to translate numbers to symbols, examine the gauge. I already did that.
Examine the gauge. What?
Examine the gauge in the room or deduce it from other passwords shown in the manual. I already figured out the password, so that hint is pointless.
Yeah, but I don't even know what gauge it's talking about.
I don't know.
It would be helpful to know what's not useful to me in the room anymore.
It says examine the gauge in the room.
Okay. Maybe that's the gauge. I don't know. Okay. So now we need hint 3 for the step we're on.
I would assume so, yes.
That was the entirety of that hint.
Yep.
Okay, well, with the information we have now, does that help you at all with the puzzle we're trying to solve still?
No.
Because I still have no clue what to do. Okay. You said bullet in the gun is what this symbol means. We don't know what the question mark means. Even bullet in the gun, like, that doesn't mean anything to me. I don't understand. Putting a bullet in the gun is not something I can do. So I'm going to get the next hint. CC1J3.
CC1J3.
Sorry. Certain important symbols do not have their literal translations written in the application player's manual. However, symbols in this language come in pairs. When a symbol is written in plain text, its pair represents its opposite. Yeah, I figured that part out. To understand the first symbol for... Stop. To understand the first symbol for this step, refer to the picture of the handgun in the application player's manual. As for the others, you already translated them in the first step. What? So this sentence can be translated as press button disarm. I have no idea what it's talking about.
I didn't translate these other symbols. So it's saying that you have already translated all of these symbols that I read to you. So the first symbol is that one that you said something about a gun.
I think that's just to show us that they're opposites.
That what is an opposite of that?
Unloaded.
I don't have an opposite picture of that.
Okay, don't worry about those pictures. Worry about the other ones.
Worry about what other ones?
The one with the garage that's upside down.
Okay, the only thing I have relating to that is what you have told me. So you said...
You don't have any other pictures with it?
No, I don't have any pictures with it. I just have the symbol on the computer and a keyboard. That's what I'm saying. Like, your language, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know.
Okay, you tell me what does the normal garage mean?
Deactivate. So the one that you are
So the
seeing is
upside down
activate.
one means activate. So we've got put a bullet in a gun, question mark, activate, and then what is this triangle with a line on the bottom of it?
I don't know. I have no information about that.
You told me you have plenty of information about that. You said I've been waiting for you to talk about that for ages.
All I have is that one thing that says activate requested, that symbol, and then I have it on
Requested
a picture
what
of a
symbol?
button. The freaking arrow with the line underneath it.
Activate requested. I don't understand. What am I supposed to type in here?
Will you tell Dad what to type in now?
I don't know what to type in there, McKay.
Okay. That thing that you had about closing the torpedo holes or whatever.
I have something to unlock, and it's arrows.
Okay, so to unlock and its arrows, tell me what arrow first.
For
Left?
the orientation that you told me,
Sure.
left,
Okay.
down, left,
Okay.
right.
Okay, well, that had nothing to do with it. I don't understand. Like, that's all I've got. I've got all those symbols it gave me, and then I've got a keyboard. Okay. We are swapping. Carly's going to play the TV, and I'm going to look at this phone and see if we can figure out what on earth we're supposed to do. Honestly, I'm just going to sit here next to you.
Ow. I can't close this. Will you please help me?
I can do that.
Where's the other phone with the chat on it? Okay.
So I'm assuming we've done step 1 and step 2. So we're on step 3 then.
Yeah, we're on step 3.
What are you doing? So that means...
So what is this square with the circle in it?
That's what I was trying to scroll down for. You wouldn't let me have the phone.
Well, it's my turn to have the phone.
Means lock.
So lock the torpedo. So we need to do this one. We need this.
That one's already
We need
done.
yeah, but this is locked. Would this not be locked?
Yes,
and this
it
is
would.
opened?
Yeah.
So we want the one that's locked. So I need the code for whatever magnifying glass up and T with the head to the left is.
Up, right, down, left.
Nope. Do you have something that says lock?
I don't know. Try doing the codes for the other ones.
Okay. Give me the one that's magnifying glass upside down and T to the left.
Up, up, left, left.
Nope. Okay. Upside down, T to the right.
Down, right. Down, up.
Nope. Didn't do anything. So step 3, you said, is lock torpedo.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because there's 5 boxes up there, and I only have 4. Oh wait, no, I do have 5 steps.
You have 5 steps. So you have step 1, activate
Maybe we have to
requested
do all of them in order.
password. Enter the crew member's password. So activate requested buttons. Enter the crew member's password. And then step 3 is lock the torpedo.
Yeah, so
Hey, Mike.
maybe we have to do all of them in order.
All of what in order?
All of those. So we should do up to the left first, which is up, right, down, left.
Like it doesn't, it still gives me a red thing. It
I don't
says no.
understand.
Like I need to enter some kind of code on the computer. That's the only thing I could do is enter some kind of code on the computer. And I have
Right,
this thing.
left, down, left, right.
Dad.
No.
Dad. Daddy.
So this is how I'm deciding what that is. What is left and down and
Well, this is
right.
to unlock, so maybe to lock is the opposite. So go back over. So do right, up, right, left.
Oh,
I don't know.
so step 3 we know is to activate.
No, it's to
no, is
lock.
to lock the torpedo.
Mm-hmm.
But then we still need to know what these steps mean. Here, you get the controller. I will look at this. You can look around and do whatever you want, but that's all I can figure that we can interact with. Go back to the computer. This is not.
Maybe you have to push the
This
lock
is not
button.
loading the gun. That's not the symbol I described to you. This is an L with a circle and then an L.
Oh, you're right. So that one's unloading the gun.
Probably. Yeah.
Deactivate. You said.
You give me. Maybe you have to push the lock button after. So maybe it's like.
Well, there is no lock button.
This means lock. Maybe before. can't do this part. It makes me sick.
Well, I assume that we can't move on to hint number 3. I mean, hint number 4, because we haven't done step number 3.
Oh yeah, see, this is the button I was talking about.
I've pressed that button already. There's buttons on the wall. I've pressed them all. And you can't interact with them anymore, which means they're done. They're not important anymore.
Hey, my guys. Look, the guys. I don't know. My dad? No. Dad? Daddy?
I've never been able to interact with that thing, but that's what I'm assuming. Up to the left, you know. I'm assuming that's what that means.
Yeah, that's up and to the right. I don't know, like, what.
Right, but I'm assuming that when you're saying go left, the left would mean T part to the left, because that's the symbol it shows. Maybe there's a codex number somewhere that I'm missing?
I don't know.
But yeah, I can't figure out what I'm supposed to enter here. Even with the hint, I can't figure it out. Which is frustrating. We've already died. We died because our timer went out and I just didn't say anything. This is the gauge that was supposed to tell me the numbers.
I figured.
What would you...
I'm supposed to enter some password here. Well, everyone, thank you so much for watching. We're going to go ahead and Google a YouTube tutorial on how to fix this. And, yeah, we'll see you later. We love you guys.
Y'all are awesome.
Awesome.